Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101 just after 8. Those John Mulaney tickets coming up for Wrigley Field, where Pearl Jam put on one of the most historic performances last year. I enjoyed that so much. Ready Better really made it a Chicago thing. It was so unique with the stories he told. And that's kind of what we're about to get into right now with Walter E. Smith Furniture. I don't think anybody else is going to talk about this today, where if you happen to flip around, you shouldn't. But if you happen to flip around and check out other lamestream media out there, you do what you got to do, but you're missing out because I don't think anybody else is going to talk about this. And I'm going to go through the story. I give compliments to the Chicago Tribune. They're the only people I saw that did this story. And we'll get to what happened here. But it's the Walter E. Smith family, okay? So the Walter E. Smith Furniture Design Company, 80 years old, Chicago retailer. You've all seen the commercials. Maybe I'll play some right now, but of the four sisters out there, and they're adorable. The commercials are great. I've been in the stores. They're incredible.
Nice stores?
Oh, I almost bought a love seat about a month ago in one of the stores in my neighborhood, and they're so helpful in there. They're really tremendous stores. I will say that if you're looking for something to buy, I'm not getting paid to say that. I'm just saying personal.
Nope, we certainly aren't.
Nope.
And they haven't donated to God Bless the Gravy either. So
hey, shots fired. How about donating, girls? Because this story's going to
come on, ladies.
Come on, ladies. Because this story's going to tell you how much money they have and how much money one of them doesn't have. So the 80-year-old retailer that turned three brothers into celebrity pitchmen is embroiled in a legal family feud. So first, let's play the three brothers back in the day. You remember the older commercials with the three brothers for those, and this is what those commercials sound like, which I know you've all seen. So
my brothers and I have all pretty much worked in every department of the company. Back probably when I was 10 years old, I used to go in and clean the store on Sundays. I love working with my brothers. They're honest, they're hardworking. The family business is the best way to run a business or the worst way to run a business. Fortunately, we all get along pretty well. We trust each other deeply, and we all have the same work value that we learned from our dad and our grandfather.
We hope you'll come visit us soon.
Walter
E. Smith.
You dream it, we build it.
Paints a nice picture of a family business did well and everybody became rich and lived happily ever after, right?
Well, that's like your dream to leave something like that for your kids, right?
Yeah.
They can just be set up. That's like mom and dad's dream right there. We created this, and look at them go.
Well, listen, things got a little different after those commercials stopped, and then you start seeing the girls in the commercial. Tim Smith, who's 62 years old, was the former chief marketing officer and co-owner who appeared with his two brothers in those ads we just had there. He's suing the company right now for allegedly squeezing him out of the family-owned business a decade ago for a, quote, undervalued buyout. That's what the Chicago Tribune story says here. The lawsuit was filed this week in the Cook County Circuit Court, alleges that Walter E. Smith III, the president and controlling shareholder of the Itasca-based company that started in 1945 by their grandfather, fraudulently induced Tim Smith to sign away his $14 million equity stake for a $1.8 million payout.
Okay.
So 10 years ago, he got $1.8 million of payout. Sounds pretty nice.
I would love that.
Kenzie, you want $1.8 mil?
Yes.
Okay. But if you found out it's worth $14 million 10 years later and maybe it was not on the up and up, how would you feel?
Legally.
Certainly there's no question that businesses, you go one way or another and you make these buyouts and it's a risk. Now, I think he was kind of saying he was fraudulently induced. We don't know what happened in the courtroom to cause that quote there.
But that the money that he took away, he was coerced into signing this deal that would pay him a certain sum of money and then he would go away for forever.
Right.
Pretty much. And the quote is from Tim Smith.
Okay, a little bit of money and I don't have to work.
Yep. Is that exactly what he said? So Tim Smith told the Tribune, he said, my brothers coerced me out to make room for his four daughters.
Oh.
Who do these commercials, which you all see now.
Tonight, the Sisters of Smith reunite
Don't say it's about my table, Megan. Colleen, it's about your table.
for a gripping tell-all.
We all can't fit around it for the holidays. Your chairs aren't even performance fabric.
Sisters, be cool. Don't be all like uncool.
Let's talk about the sofa. Sofas are off limits. Oh, we're going to talk about the sofa. You're not invited anymore.
Sisters, please.
I need a tissue. Avoid unnecessary drama. Order furniture for the holidays now at Smith. Get your $500 coupon at smith.com.
Could somebody go get Katie back? She just walked off.
Look, I love those commercials.
I can tell.
I love them, and I love them. They're great. I think it was a good idea. It was a good decision.
A little revamp.
he got 1.8 mil. The daughters come in and they kick ass with the advertising. That's what I think.
And to his point, because he talks about in this lawsuit about how he's essentially been erased from history, and not to show my age, but I only know the Walter E. Smith commercials with the girls.
I think if you go back a decade, that's all you're going to know.
I'm stunned to learn there's a brother who's been shunned from the industry because I love the commercials with the girls so much.
Yeah.
He's punching a wall right now. You just said that. That is so frustrating.
Listen, Tim, if you're listening, loved your stuff too. But it wasn't a bad idea to put the 4 girls on the ad.
Like, that's a fun commercial.
They're
It's like
fun.
They're doing a reality show reunion episode about furniture. Somebody walks off the set. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
I want
And
to buy
it's
a table.
also, I think it's also time to pass the torch. Like, it's like at one point, like all the brothers were the younger people in the commercials. And now you're doing like, your kids, your younger kin in the commercial. Like, that should be what happens. The same thing should happen with the girls, once they have kids or whatever. That's like what's fun about it.
It's a family business, passing it on from generation to generation.
So like, we did that for years. Now it's their turn. Like, you're going to be like the 9-year-old, like, I'm not leaving.
Well, in the Tribune story, it says the presence on local TV and the 1/3 owner of Chicagoland's most successul furniture retailers, Tim, who's the middle brother between Walter and Mark Smith. Middle brothers, man. I'm one of 4. The 2 middle ones, trouble.
Both of them?
Yeah, both of them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Steve and Darren. So the lawsuit now.
I like Steve.
I like
Personally.
Darren.
See? That's because the fighting there. So he's the middle brother, and it's a long way from the limelight. He's now an unemployed bus driver in Wichita, Kansas. So he moved away from Chicago, went there. And now, remember, he got $1.8 million, I guess, in stock, or if he cashed it, who knows what happened. I don't know. That's not in the story. But he had $1.8 million 10 years ago. He said he's broke, in need of a job, which the family-owned business left. He left under duress, is thriving. So he's saying in 2016-ish, 2015, it was under duress. $1.8 million sounded like a good deal.
Absolutely.
And now they're kicking ass.
And I guess I don't know from a legal perspective how it helps him to say that, because he's saying, when I worked for this business.
I was just going to say that. Thank you.
When I was chief marketing officer, things were not going well. I have since left the company, and things could not be going better for them.
And that's not fair. I mean, that's a really tough argument.
And if I'm misunderstanding it, please correct me. But those are his words saying, when I left, things got better. I want more money now.
Right. And it's not fair because it wasn't a scam. Nobody lied. It's like, and mind you, the business could have very well went under and he got some of the most money, right? So it's like,
that's right.
That's the risk that you run. I don't think it's super fair to double back and be like, I'm owed money, because you signed a document, you got paid well. $1.8 million is not nothing by any means. He didn't get paid out like $10,000.
Yeah, especially when his quote, under duress, this business was. And then, his nieces came in and kicked ass.
Ooh, they make those funny commercials.
They're hilarious.
Buy a table.
I love them.
Right, that's hard. Turning a business around is incredibly hard work, especially like a family-owned business where you can't rely on like corporate to do a remodeling or anything like that. That's a lot of work.
And a furniture business. Not, that's pretty tough.
Well, because they're not making, there's no new furniture ideas. Chair, table, couch, love seat. I don't think furniture's progressed that much in our lifetime.
Can I say the hardest thing I think about owning a furniture place?
Go ahead.
I think the hardest thing, rent ain't getting cheaper. Those are the biggest buildings I've ever seen in my life.
They
Like,
really
you can't
are.
have a mini furniture store when you have one bed frame. You need you need to clear out a cornfield and build it. Like, that's hard.
Yeah, you can't have like Wingstop has no tables inside. You can take the
Right.
wings out to eat them. You can't.
You walk in and it's just a catalog.
You gotta have all the stuff out
We're
there.
trimming.
You
We have pictures of all the furniture we can.
Yeah. Here, let me show you on my phone what this couch looks
Well,
like.
when you go buy a birthday cake at the grocery store and you can flip through all the different designs they can make you, that's what this tiny
Right.
furniture store looks
They
like.
can't rent out a room at a strip mall with like a little book.
So back to the story where he says he's broke, in need of a job. The family-owned business he left under duress is thriving. The lawsuit is seeking a rescission of the 2016 buyout agreement and restoration of his equity stake in the company, along with $10 million in retro pay and distributions.
$10
And
million.
not done yet, Kenzie. And $20 million for alleged equity skimming by his brother Walter Smith. So he wants $30 million.
There's no way that they just have $30 million chilling.
Well,
furniture.
Well, I guess it's doing awesome. I guess Walter
Well, I
Smith
know
is
it's
doing
doing great, but like what people fail to realize is like when it's a family-owned business, like your bank account may be large, but you're paying everything. So you're paying every employee and all the furniture. Like
that big rent you're talking about.
Okay. So that like amount in your account isn't all just like spendable, right? Like
listen,
you just save for the store.
In my head, I hope those girls got $30 million in the bank in cash. I really do. I
Well,
love
they're on TV every 7 seconds. I would certainly hope so.
So Tim and his wife, who this is the one who's suing, who's in, broke. His words broke. Married. They filed the lawsuit without the assistance of attorney. Now Walter, one of the brothers, who's 66, that's his daughters. Those are his 4 daughters, and are now the 4th generation faces of Walter E. Smith Furniture. Issued a statement on Wednesday. Here is that statement. We were surprised by his filing, especially since the terms of his retirement 10 years ago were amicable and voluntarily signed, Walter Smith said. The original agreement was negotiated by well-respected attorneys in Chicago, ensuring a fair process. We are now focused on resolving this new matter with our brother quickly and in good faith. We are confident the case will promptly be dismissed. So that's their statement.
Yeah. I mean, you have a signed document. You were paid, again, you're paid really well. You had a signed document. You can't double back. The only thing that he could get him for is if they actually lied about how much money they had. Like if the negotiation wasn't done well.
And it sounds like he's even admitting, the guy who's suing, the brothers Tim, who's suing, said it sounded about right because it was under duress. And now it's just done well with the daughters.
I got to say, some of the things he said are going to go well in court.
But let's hope.
That's not going to be helpful.
Let's hope this Chicago royalty family, maybe they can just break him off like $500,000 or something.
I don't know, because in the Chicago Tribune article, it does say in January 2023, Tim, who's the one who's suing, Tim reached out to his older brother in an email saying their father had visited him in his dreams, urging them to, quote, mend fences. Tim said he also pitched the idea of returning to the family business as a paid store greeter, something their father had done in semi-retirement. And Walter Smith said no, and that, quote, too much had changed, although he did wish him well.
Why don't they store greeter? They're not gonna let him. They don't let him greet.
Yeah, but why don't they let him just stand out front? Why don't they just stand?
Was there a proposed salary? Was he like for $500,000 a year?
No.
I would like to be the store greeter.
You know what? I'll do it for $30 million.
Yeah,
and they're
$30 million. I'll greet everybody.
And they're like, oh yeah, greet people at the store. Go to the door. No, go further out. No, go across the street.
In the car. Get the car.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for some music and entertainment news. And we're approaching the biggest entertainment of 2025 as we close it out every year. Q101's Twisted 2025. 4 nights, and just to get you up to date on a reminder here as we get, getting closer to the holidays, you kind of forget some stuff, or maybe you missed the big announcement about a month ago. So Q101's Twisted Night 1 will feature AJR, Wet Leg, and Out in Front. And for the first time ever, by the way, before I get through it, is there's a 20% less single tickets, a 4-night, we call it a super ticket. It's super. And it's only going to last for a little bit. So at one point, we'll just say there's no more super tickets. You can get all 4 nights. So with AJR, it's their first Twisted Veteran of Picnic. They performed in front of a sold-out Tinley Park show in July. I still am trying to figure out by square footage, like when we tried to figure out how many chicken wings we could fit in this studio, how we can get 30,000 people in the Aragon, because that's Tinley Park pretty much sold out. So that's a fantastic, never-before-seen AJR in a small setting again like that. You just won't do it. And Wet Leg returning to Twisted for the first time since opening for Jack White in 2025. And they have a new album. 2022. Moisturizer is their new album, as Catch These Fists, an awesome song we're playing here on Q101. Now, Cake will be night 2. We're going to have Cake on the show on Thursday.
Right around this time.
Yeah, checking in, talking to Cake. And they'll be with Miles Smith, one of the biggest artists in the world right now. That'll be night 2, Wednesdays, December 10th. Night 3, not to be outdone, Third Eye Blind, Yellow Card, and The Paradox. That is epic. That'll be a blast leading into the party night, night 4 on a Friday, with Sublime, Soul Coughing, and One for the Ditch with actor Dermot Mulrooney, who helped save Twisted last year with that band. That's his brother he's in that band with. And if you don't know who he is, well, for me right now, he's on Chicago Fire. But he was also Dirty Steve in Young Guns. And Kenzie, you love him in what movie?
I love him in The Family Stone.
Yup.
That's actually I'm trying to convince Case, if everyone wants to support me, to watch The Family Stone because it's a Christmas movie. Diane Keaton's in it, and then he's in it. I think it should be one of his first ones to kick off the season right before Twisted. I think it would be fun.
How can people convince Case to do that? Go to his house?
Yeah. Case, what's your address?
It's funny because you're at my apartment on Saturday, so you kind of know where I live now. I want to know more about this Dirty Steve fellow. Who is Dirty Steve?
Well, you see, Young Guns, which is a movie that has to be on your list somehow eventually. I don't know how we get there, but maybe an anniversary. And you like Westerns now. You've seen Tombstone.
I have a Tombstone t-shirt. I'm such a fan.
So it goes back and it has a lot of the stars of the late 80s, early 90s. It's one of his first movies.
And his name's Dirty Steve?
Yes, he's
Sounds
part of...
awesome.
Yeah, he's part of the gang.
Oh, my God. I got to know about this Dirty Steve guy.
Oh, I mean, do you know about Billy the Kid?
I've heard the name. I don't really know his story.
We're probably going to derail music entertainment news if I go into just to go through the whole Young Guns plot and, Billy the Kid, who's played by Emilio Estevez, Charlie Sheen's brother in real life. That Kenzie found out in the documentary about Charlie Sheen.
That he has a brother.
And she knew both actors, right, Kenzie? But you didn't know they were brothers because they have different last names.
Right. I did not realize for a long time they were brothers until I watched the Charlie Sheen docuseries.
Because Martin Sheen's the dad, and Emilio Estevez said, "I'm going with the birth name over Sheen, the Hollywood name."
His dad was actually the one who wanted that. He was like, "No, I want you to have like your roots and your heritage and pave your own way." Charlie Sheen told his dad, because that's obviously not his real name, "I want to carry on your name in acting, though." So he chose that route, which kind of, I think his brother was like, "Well, wait a minute."
Wait, you built this name up, you see, and I want to use it.
I'm going to do that. So that's what happened there. So Charlie Sheen's father was actually the one who convinced the older brother to go with his name and his heritage.
And then Case has seen Martin Sheen now in Wall Street.
I have.
Where he's in the elevator saying, "You don't judge a man by the size of his wallet."
And if you've never seen that movie, that's exactly how he says it.
It's so good you've seen these great movies now. I can make these references.
Movies
and you
are
get
awesome. I didn't know about Dirty Steve, though. I got to check out this Dirty Steve guy.
I don't want to go too far in the Young Guns. Just we'll put it on the list.
Well, and I have to shout out 773 for letting me know for the movie that Kenzie wants me to watch that there is, quote, a sassy Rachel McAdams appearance in that movie.
Oh, there's not an appearance. She's she's all up in the movie.
Lead with that. Sassy Rachel McAdams. I'm in now.
She is a bitch, and it's awesome. More than sassy.
But back to Dirty Steve.
I love this Dirty Steve guy.
Actually, once you said Rachel McAdams, I forgot about Dirty Steve.
I did too.
I can't wait to see Dermot Mulroney again at Twisted. Remember, go to Q101.com. That super ticket will run out for all 4 nights, but if you can only do one night, just get there because we want to see you. This is our time to see and hang out with you. We actually have time to chill during the music. We can drink with you, and we have a lot of prizes with it, and it's just a great experience. It's one of those things, and it sounds cliche to say it, but you can save all the money you want, but if at the end you just have some money but no experiences, no one ever said on their deathbed, "Well, I'm glad I didn't buy that Twisted ticket and have this money in the account." No one ever said that on their deathbed. I've checked a lot of deathbeds.
Stop by.
The Grim Reaper, no one's ever said that. So The Bear, Jeremy Allen White, is his upcoming movie about Bruce Springsteen. It's getting a lot of buzz. It's about the making of the Nebraska era of Bruce Springsteen. Some might say that's one of the greatest albums of all time, at least Bruce's greatest album. And the movie comes out later this week already, I believe.
Yes.
And so the soundtrack, Jeremy Allen White learned how to play guitar and sing. He never did either of those. And so he's done that. Singing one thing, guitar is another thing. To learn how to play the guitar in 6 months before you film a movie. Pretty epic. But now they're releasing basically all this music, correct, Case?
That's right. There's an album coming out that is Jeremy Allen White doing Bruce Springsteen songs. It's the Deliver Me From Nowhere soundtrack, which the name of that movie is Deliver Me From Nowhere. And we have the audio of Jeremy Allen White doing Born to Run in that movie. And it's important to note before we play it, this is Jeremy Allen White, not Bruce Springsteen, which is hard to believe, but Jeremy Allen White doing Born to Run in the Bruce Springsteen biopic Deliver Me From Nowhere. It sounds a little something like this.
It sounds like, Bruce Springsteen. I gotta stop it. That's stupid good. That is incredible.
Well, I thought you were going to say, I have to stop it because it's bad. I'm like, I thought it sounded kind of good.
No, that's Jeremy Allen White, the Bear, Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah. He's crushing it.
Oh, listen more of it.
Together, Wendy, we'll live with the sadness. I love you and all the madness in my soul. Whoa!
insane.
You seem so surprised.
I didn't hear it. Case threw that clip to me, and I did not hear it before we put it on the air.
We were born to run.
Wow. That's incredible.
Oh,
You did great.
yeah, add it to the list of movies you'll never see.
Oh, come on. Maybe I'll
Come
see
on,
it.
No, give me your review of any movie that's come out this year.
I've been a little busy this year. It's been a little rough. And I'm going to catch up. Like, I definitely have to see the
And
Michael.
I'm going to catch up. Listen, these last few years may have gotten away from me.
I'm definitely really on cue for the Michael B. Jordan movie. I got to see that.
And what's that called?
It's not, is it Sinister? Sinners?
Sinners.
Sinners, that's it. I got it. Yay, got it. I want to see that. Now, I'm trying to remember when Joaquin Phoenix did Walk the Line, and he sang everything himself. And
Is that how backed up you are? You trying to...
That movie's 20 years old.
He's like, that was the last one I saw.
But I don't remember them releasing like an album of that material that he did, which was phenomenal.
He did great, too.
You didn't see Walk the Line yet, Kate.
Reese Witherspoon
And
did
Reese
great.
Witherspoon, they both sang,
Oh.
I mean, ridiculous. I don't think they released those as songs. I don't think so.
No, they did. I'm looking at the Wikipedia page right now. The Walk the Line soundtrack that is Joaquin Phoenix doing Johnny Cash songs. By the way, that movie turns 20 next month.
Oh, you better do that. Yeah, Walk the Line's incredible. So you're saying they did not release that as an album?
No, they did. They did the same thing they're doing here.
Oh.
I would think so. Usually they do.
Yeah.
Unless they don't let them sing. Like Selena, the movie, like Selena Quintanilla. They're like, you're not going to sing, J-Lo. We're just going to go ahead and use.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I thought
No,
Jennifer
no.
Lopez sang those songs.
No, Selena Quintanilla is very, like, her estate, like, her dad will sue you. Like, that man will absolutely not. It's her voice. You're not going to mess with it. And I think good call. J-Lo did great, but let's go with Selena's voice. So that one.
If she only did that, J-Lo, like as far as acting and all that, she would have been fine because that movie was awesome.
No, she did great. Like, I don't really like J-Lo, but I thought she was great in that movie because I'm fair. I can say that.
You're so fair. Anything for Selena's. Case has to see Selena just for that line.
I've been begging. He completely skipped Latin/Hispanic Heritage Month. Nobody cares.
skip it.
Yes, you did.
Notoriously, he skips
I
it every
brought it
year.
up for 5 weeks straight, and no one listened. No one gave a crap.
But isn't
you
that
were
some-
like, how about another bank robber movie? And I'm like, who cares? They robbed the bank. Next.
I just want to be clear to the Hispanic brethren listening. I didn't
No.
skip Latin.
Yes,
Latin
you literally
Heritage
skipped it.
Month.
It's over. You missed it. I brought it up a million times.
Yeah.
No one cared.
Yep. Case
No one listens to me. You're like, well, but guess what? Somebody else robbed a bank. I don't care. I don't care. You saw it. They rob it. They leave.
I remember
Every time.
I remember back in February, Case specifically told me, Kenzie, you weren't around. He said, one thing I'm doing this year for sure, skipping Hispanic Heritage Month.
Well, you succeeded.
I said that during Black History Month. I said we're skipping both of them.
Well, that's Case's rep. Yep. That's it.
Even though I tried to do Brokeback Mountain during Pride Month and it made everybody uncomfortable, and so we decided not to do it.
I just kind of went, I don't know how you're going to
No,
review
Brian
that movie.
went, no. And I said, that's not the right response.
Well, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
No, and then you two bro out, and you're like, how about this other bank robbery movie? And I'm like, oh, my God.
Do you remember what you did instead of Brokeback Mountain?
Bank robbery 8.
I probably did Heat that week.
Fair. Very fair. All right, finally, someone that's been in one of the funniest movies of all time, in my opinion, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and I'm going back old on that. I know she's done a lot since then. Kristen Bell had I guess they're calling it a tone-deaf anniversary post to her husband, Dax Shepard. I'll read it, you decide. It was a very loving picture of them. And then it says, happy 12th wedding anniversary to the man who once said to me, I would never kill you. A lot of men have killed their wives at a certain point. Even though I'm heavily incentivized to kill you, I never would. Heart emoji. That was the post.
That was the post. And a lot of people are really mad because they said it was during Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
Right.
So that was like inappropriate.
Bad timing.
I also think it just wasn't funny. Like, I mean, if you're gonna offend people, make sure it's good. You know, where it's like borderline, like we're gonna let it slide. It's so funny. That's just a weird thing to say.
I mean, there are people that are looking to get mad at something each day, and I look at that, and it doesn't make me mad, but I understand the mob wants to get mad at something all the time.
But it is weird, right?
It's weird.
It's really weird.
It's weird. It is weird.
And I'm kind of sick of, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I'm kind of sick of Dax Shepard constantly putting out why he shouldn't be interested in his wife. Okay, because this isn't the first time. Because he tells the story about when they started dating, and he was like, I didn't know if I should be with her, and everyone's like, why? Because she's so sweet. You didn't know if you could do it. You didn't know if you commit. No, because he said verbatim, I didn't know if I wanted to spend my weekends helping people find their dog. She's such a good person. I didn't know if I was into how good of a person she is, and if I should be dealing with that, and she's gonna always do this stuff for other people, and I didn't know if I wanted to commit my life to that. So instead of complimenting her, kind of went on a rampage if he didn't know if he wanted to do that. And now I find out his compliment is, I could kill you, and there's plenty of reasons why, but I won't. And I'm instead of loving husband, it's giving the old sitcoms of, God, I really hate my ball and chain wife all the time.
And it's tough for me because Kristen Bell is my number one celebrity crush.
Is she really? I didn't know that.
I adore her. People are saying I should watch Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I've actually seen Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Oh.
She's so talented. She's so funny. She's 5'1", and as I always say, on a metaphorical level, women and I are equal, but on a literal level, there's nothing I enjoy more than looking down at a woman, and I'm 6'2", and she's 5'1", and so I can literally look down at her. And I think Dax Shepard should love his wife. I think he's very lucky to be with Kristen Bell, and he should literally look down at her, but metaphorically, they should treat each other as equals.
Now I'm wondering if theirs is worse or yours. Your post just now verbally about looking down on a woman turns you on.
In the most literal sense. Metaphorically, men and women are equal. Literally, I
don't know
love looking down at women.
I don't know. If you get angry at it, maybe get out of the mob for a minute.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We are hanging by a moment, waiting for you to arrive at our broadcast Friday. I mean, we're not there yet, but we had a guy check in from Melrose Park. It was Tom that checked in, said he's going to come all the way from Melrose Park out to St. Charles to join us for our broadcast on Friday with Brian and Kenzie for God Bless the Gravy. This is going to be outstanding. We launched God Bless the Gravy this week, and we'll go over the donations and how to donate in a second. But just to put this in your phone right now, Alexander's Cafe in St. Charles this Friday, 6 to 10 a.m. Can't be more clear about that. We are broadcasting live, and, we've saved our broadcast for Cubs opening day and St. Patty's Day, but this, heading out to St. Charles to help with the week launch of God Bless the Gravy and just really amp it up. And we're also, because we got these great sponsors, the Karis Restaurant Group, who own Alexander's Cafe. And, $1 of everything you donate turns into 3 meals. I want you to think about that. Again, we'll get our total where we're at in a second. You can donate by texting GRAVY to 312-591-8300 right now. Or what happens, Kenzie, when you come out and eat biscuits and gravy with us on Friday and enjoy the broadcast?
So Friday is going to be super kick-ass. We're doing the live broadcast, 6 to 10, whole show live. We're going to be there. It's going to be a party. Kids are welcome. Okay, it's a breakfast spot. It's fine. So bring your children. But what happens is the more you eat, the more you give, because 10% of every bill for the day is going to God Bless the Gravy. So if you want to, splurge on your meal that day, add a side of sausage, okay, go ahead and do it because you are helping people. It's would you like to add a pancake to that? Yes, I would. Yes, I would today because I want to help.
That's right. Yeah, don't hesitate on the sides this Friday.
Amen. Try it. If you've ever wondered what it tasted like, try it. Get a little specialty drink when you're there. I recommend the Turtle Mocha. I get it every time. It's fantastic.
Sounds like you drank 40 of them before you did that.
Thank you.
Wow. I'm very excited about Friday. Honestly, I think it's going to be one of the most fun live broadcasts we have done. I love that it has the charity involvement. I honestly love that we're going to the suburbs. We have a lot of listeners in the burbs who do not feel like driving downtown or going to a drinking environment. They want to bring their kids and they can't because we have a lot of live broadcasts that are truly party oriented, which are great. I think this is just going to be just super fun.
Well, that's a good point because when we do them downtown, people come from all directions to downtown. And you can do the same to St. Charles, just going a different direction, like Melrose Park, coming from there up to St. Charles for the broadcast. Again, it's Alexander's Cafe this Friday, 1650 West Main Street. We'll have tons of our giveaways like we usually do, like every 15 minutes, concert tickets. Clash with Kenzie will be live. Case's movie review of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which will be interesting in a diner, live.
Bring your kids.
We're going to screen it, too.
We're not going to screen it. You can bring your kids.
Well, we're going to lightly get to it. Don't worry. We know what we're doing.
But really hang out and jam with us there on Friday. But also to mention where we're at. So we've launched God Bless the Gravy Monday, so about 28 hours ago. And we're already at about 15,000 meals raised for the Greater Chicago Food Depository, who distributes that to 700 food banks in the area. So out to St. Charles, out everywhere, not just in the city of Chicago. Want to give special shout-outs to some donations just came in. Carly, again, another anonymous donation. Come on now. Put your name on it. That spread that good. I want to say your name when you give money. Like Justina gave $105. Jessica, Dom donated in there $157. And we did have we talked about RHS retractables. We had our businesses. We love promoting businesses in the area when you donate and give you shout-outs. That's why we're here, to help out local businesses. It's one of the reasons why we're here, actually. But every dollar you give, 3 meals. That's what it gives to this God Bless the Gravy and the Greater Chicago Food Depository. So all the information at Q101.com. I'll say it again. Just text GRAVY to 312-591-8300. You can do $5. That's fine. Don't be embarrassed or don't be that. Listen, I got $5 I can give. That's 15 meals.
That's insane.
So whatever you can do, we appreciate it. You had a good year. We've had, a $1,500 donation this morning. We appreciate that more than ever. If the business is out there doing well. Walter E. Smith Furniture, looking in your direction, had a pretty good run. Talked about that at 750. All our businesses, please donate and help.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Lauren's on her way and take you through the rest of this glorious day. And coming up at the end, after we get through takeaways and let you know what's on the podcast, we have a special piece of audio. Today is an incredible anniversary, and we didn't get it all day. This is the first time we're going to acknowledge this anniversary, so just a few minutes away, we'll get to that. Stick around for it. In the meantime, takeaways. Case, what do you got from our listeners?
Takeaway from Guy in regards to our God Bless the Gravy virtual food drive. Anonymous donations, son of a bitch.
Jonas, son of a bitch.
Yeah, put your name on it. I want to give you shout-outs. We love that. It'll inspire good. Your name can do that. And you just text GRAVY to 312-591-8300 to make a donation to our food drive that's almost at 15,000 meals already in one day for the Greater Chicago Food Depository. Just do what you can. Kenzie, what do you got?
Takeaway from Matt. Put the turkeys in the trunk. Put them in the trunk.
Turkeys in the trunk. And finally from Jeremy, 630 Jeremy. Takeaway, Case went 3 for 3 today. Skipped Hispanic Heritage Month, skipped Black History Month, and says he loves looking down on women. All those were said on the show.
I just want to clarify in regards to the women. I won't address the other two, but metaphorically, women and I are equals. Literally, I love looking down at them. It's my cross to bear. I love short women. I'm sorry.
What about the other two? What are you going to do with that?
I'm not going to comment on those at this time. We'll circle back to those allegations at another point. I would like to focus on how much I love short women.
He did not have sexual relations with those comments.
The Lewinsky woman, I didn't do it. I didn't do anything.
It's my cross to bear. I'm sorry.
All right, here we go. What's on the podcast if you missed all this stuff?
Well, we've been talking about the Louvre heist all morning. We have the audio. We just played a full breakdown of that there. Brian, as the kids say, crashed out very hard in sports this morning. I said some things that really upset him. I do not apologize. It is Tuesday, so we have a new Kenzie's Crimes on the hauntings of the Congress Plaza Hotel in downtown Chicago. And we have a story that no one is talking about, the lamestream media, as Brian referred to them earlier today. There is a lawsuit within the Walter E. Smith furniture family that we broke down at 7:50 this morning. That story is fascinating. I do not think enough people are talking about it. We have the full breakdown on the Brian and Kenzie podcast.
So we'll finish up with this. It's one of our favorite pieces of audio. We have a lot that we get on this show that no one else plays, and this is one of them we do for birthdays. Kenzie, happy birthday. I forgot your birthday's this week.
It's not
I'm sorry.
Happy birthday, Kenzie. Can't wait to celebrate on Friday.
Gotta give me fired on the last talk, Brian.
I'm celebrating at Alexander's this Friday. Join us out there for the live broadcast. It's Kenzie's birthday broadcast.
Everybody bring Kenzie presents. We're going to have a cake for it. It is her birth week. And we couldn't be more excited.
Now she's into it all of a sudden.
Presents.
But this is one of our favorite pieces we play with some birthdays. It's the Ramones. 32 years ago, the Ramones appeared on The Simpsons. When they were all still alive, obviously. There was the original lineup of the Ramones, and it was one of the most epic moments of Simpsons history.
There are several fine young men who I'm sure are going to go far. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ramones.
Hi, these minstrels will soothe my jangled nerves.
I'd just like to say this gig sucks.
Hey, up yours, Springfield.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy
hell, you old bastard.
Hey, I think they liked us.
Have the Rolling Stones killed.
Oh, sir, those aren't.
Do as I say.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.